Welcome to Rosengard to do the JOB. First one after Christmas. Hope everyone had a nice one, turkey and all that shit. Today is my singles pick of Jeff Jarrett. Not one of my favourites, but always someone reliable. That's why I picked him.
Right.
What are your Jeff Jarrett thoughts?
I feel the same. Like, he's not somebody I would necessarily go and study or go and watch. Like, I'm never like, wow, let's watch some Jeff Jarrett matches tonight. You know, it's not something I'd ever really think of doing. But again, I always thought he was decent. Like, I don't put him, like, personally, if I was to make a list of like greats, I wouldn't put him on it, but he wouldn't be at the fucking bottom either. You know what I mean? Like you say, he's reliable. So he always
quite a businessman.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
I suppose that was drilled into him from his dad, wasn't it? You know, the promotion side of things. His dad and his granddad were promoters. So, born Jeffrey Leonard Jarrett, July 14th, 1967. So he's 67, 53. So still young, really, isn't he?
Yeah, youngish, yeah. He is.
Yeah, debuted in 86. So when was he born? 67, 86. Yeah, 19. Started out as a referee for his dad and then got involved in sort of straight off with a feud with Tony Falk, who we spoke about before. So, you know, almost helped into the job. One from his dad and two through Tony Falk. Fabulous teacher, I'm sure he would have been. Do you know what? He's not one of those shit second generation ones that was pushed by his dad. Yes, he was working for his dad and he was pushed by his dad, but he did the rest on his own, didn't he?
Yeah, as far as second generation wrestlers go, he was, I thought he was very good.
He's not an Eric Watts or a fucking David Flair, is he?
Well, no, definitely not David Flair anyway.
No, he I'm sure he got his break because of his dad and his granddad. Eddie Marlin's his granddad, who sort of ran Memphis. So yeah, CWA is where he started, the Memphis territory. Drifted in and out of the AWA when they had the old AWA agreement. World Class. Then World Class became USWA. And then 92, 93, USWA had the WWF agreement. So he started appearing there. And then he got his WWF job in 93. 95, 96, he was IC champion, got it off Razor. 96, 97 in WCW. Then shot back to WWF in 97 to 99. And they did the NWA invasion thing as well. 98, 99 tag with Owen, which I think was some of his best stuff. Jeff Jarrett and Owen was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
99, 2001, back to WCW where he was in the NWO. 2000, he was world champion for WCW. 2001 to 2003, World Wrestling All-Stars. 2002 to 2013 was TNA, which he kind of kicked off, really, didn't he? I don't know whether it was his thing or just his booking or whether he was owner or what. But I remember in 2002 when it started, because it was the NWA as well when it started. And the first time I went to America, it was an affiliated promotion of the NWA. So there was me thinking, yeah, fucking do really well here. Like, I'm going to be on this new because it was big news, TNA, right? And it was like, I'm going to be fucking, in the NWA, do well here. I'll be on these fucking weekly pay-per-views, man. Fucking yeah. Little did I know how fucking small the NWA affiliates were, but, that was in my head. I was going to be fucking this TNA star. Yeah, so that ran till that was him till 13. 04 to 06, he was in Mexico as well for AAA. 04 to 05, IWA in Puerto Rico. 11 to 15, back to the AAA. 13, Wrestle 1 in Japan. 14 to 17, Global Force, which was his fucking new outfit. 14 to 15 in New Japan, 15 back in TNA. 17 was his second return to TNA, so the third time. 18 to 19, his second return to AAA, so the third time there. 18 to 19 is his third time in WWE, where he got in the Hall of Fame. He loves a fucking return, doesn't he? Him. He was Rookie of the Year for the AWA in '86. 2-time AAA Mega Champion. 5-time Southern Tag Champion. One of them we all make Pat Tanaka.
All right.
3-time Tag Team Champion of the CWA, Heavyweight Champion, Mid-America Champion 5 times. Feud of the Year in 1992, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, with Jerry Lawler versus the Moondogs. I mean, that's a pretty good feat in itself, just for the USWA to have a Feud of the Year, considering, that wasn't a major promotion.
Yeah.
It's quite a big thing, isn't it? 6 times NWA World Champion. 1-time USWA Champion, 9-time Southern Champion, 3-time Unified Champion, 14-time Tag Team Champion, 4-time WCW World Champion, 3-time US Champion, 6 times Intercontinental Champion. He's been about, he gets a bad rap and that, but he's been about and he's done some shit. So, what year was your first, mate?
My first wasn't until 93.
93. Well, I've got 88 first. Not that it fucking matters, really, does it? But my second one's 93. So, shall I do my 88?
Yeah.
Came from Wrestle Clash, the AWA pay-per-view arrangement where they had agreements with various promotions. The one where Kerry Von Erich wrestled Lawler, that show.
Mm-hmm.
That unification thing. And it was for the World Class Light Heavyweight Championship versus Eric Embry.
Oh, I was going to do that one. I've seen that one on YouTube, but
yeah, it was pretty good, to be fair. Gary Michael Capetta, the announcer. Lee Marshall was the commentator with Vern Gagne. Lee Marshall was the Tony the Tiger voice. They're great. Him. He was the first Tony the Tiger. It was only probably by the time you've taken the entrances out and the shit that happens at the end, it was only 5-minute match. But most of them were short on this pay-per-view, in fairness, other than your Lawler main event. But no, it was really good. It was all fucking action and, told a story. Proper long lockups, but they were always ended in a stalemate sort of thing. Quick hammerlock exchanges, fucking real quick, boom, 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 from both of them. Then Embry took the arm, Jeff took the arm, Embry took the arm, real quick again. Embry cut him off, sent Jarrett to the ropes, tried to hip toss him. Jarrett tried to hip toss Embry to Jarrett to Embry, and it sort of ended up in the ropes and nobody goes over. Proper sort of even, And then there's a bit of push and shove. Embry cuts Jarrett off with a fucking huge clothesline, that there was proper fucking skin on skin there. Took his ear off. Then there's a run spot and Jeff Jarrett does the clothesline then. Not as big as fucking Eric's, but it was a good one. Literally everything one did, the other did. Jarrett goes for a crossbody, but it's nothing. And he goes out the ring, selling his shoulder like fuck. Then Eric throws him back in and he's working on the shoulder then shitloads. There's a bit of a cut off and Jarrett goes for a drop kick from the middle. Eric takes a huge bump, but of course Jarrett lands on his shoulder, fucking telling the story. He's selling the shoulder. In fairness, a lot wouldn't, would they? They'd totally fucking forget that they've sold the shoulder and go for the drop kick and then carry on with other shit. Jarrett with a sunset flip, then a backside, then a small package. Doesn't quite get it. A shitload of pin attempts there. The second backslide, and then Eric sort of flips through with him, grabs a handful of tights, and he's won the championship back for the 4th time. Short, quick, but told a right good story. You know, in 4 or 5 minutes, they told a right good story. It was very even, and then it was just the story being like that Jarrett was just unlucky, he missed the fucking thing, hurt his shoulder, tried a drop kick, which he's great at, hurt his shoulder, you know, and it was in the end, it was just luck that fucking Embry won it with. Good story, enjoyed that.
Cool.
93.
My first one is USWA 93 against Scotty Flamingo.
Hey, yeah, I got that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. And this was actually my favorite one out of the 4 I watched, to be honest. Because I got some shit on this, but like this one was
I thought after I watched all 4, I thought it's a real shame I couldn't watch them in reverse.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, most people get better with age, and there's nothing against Jeff or the dude that he was on with at the end, but I think it's just the promotion, isn't it? Because I ended in WCW in the year 2000, which is never going to go well. Don't matter who.
I've done that as well. I've done a 2000 WCW one.
Yeah, it's fucking shame, and I'm a massive USWA fan anyway, so it's a win.
But yeah.
Is there a promo first?
You are?
Was there a promo first with Scotty?
With Scotty and Christopher. Yeah. So they're celebrating beating the Moondogs, like and they for the titles, the Scotty and Christopher, and then they go into the match with with Flamingo and Double J. So anyway, it's for the USWA heavyweight title, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want me to run through it then?
Yeah, carry on, mate.
Right, cool. So Double J's the champ here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right, so they tie up, get into the old corner, Flamingo cracks him one, fucking Jarrett nails him back and he takes a bump, doesn't he? And then gets the 2 count on it, pin, boom. Fucking tie up again, get against the ropes, and there's a shoulder to the gut by Flamingo to like cut him off briefly. Whips Jarrett to the ropes, fucking ducks the line, and then waistlock roll up, gets the 2 count, and then they fucking go like neutral again, and then they go into another tie up where Flamingo takes the eared, shot off, then shoulder tackles Jeff, goes for the pin after. See, I like that as well. Like, you know, when you tackle someone,
it's exactly what I've written. Exactly what I've written is that I like the fact that it looks like they're trying to win, right?
Yeah.
And if you're tackling them, the idea of the game is to get them to the floor, so you get the shots down. So you've achieved what you tried to achieve. Why not try and win?
Yeah, I wrote that as well. I put I like pinning after the tackle, because it's like it, you know, it makes sense, doesn't it? It's like when I see people do a dive to the outside. Not that I like to see fucking dives to the outside, but when you do, and then like you go out after the guy you've dived on, roll him in, and then don't like go for a pin, like you've just fucking KO'd him with a dive that's meant to be like a massive spot.
If someone's that way, right, in the ring, it fucks me off that they pick them up. Yeah, I get they're on their arse because they're halfway up, you know, or, you know, on a knee or whatever. That picking up's all right, but to pull them up from totally fucking, you know, horizontal doesn't make any sense in my head.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like,
I see everything from like an 8-year-old kid's point of view. You know, if the ball is right next to the goal, like it is when they're in this situation, why would you kick it into the crowd? You wouldn't, would you? You know, you're not going to pick up the ball. You'll kick it in the goal.
Yeah,
and that's the goal, is to get them there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah, he goes for the pin after the tackle, gets the 1 count. They come back up and Jeff takes the wrist, works the arm a little bit. They work up and Scotty shoots Jeff off the ropes, throws a line. Jeff ducks it, hits a crossbody for the 2 count. Boom. Jeff goes back on the arm at this point. It gets into a hammerlock. I like that little calf in the corner they do as well. He's got the hammerlock and he just forces him into the corner, and then fucking Scotty just gives him like a mule kick, like when they're in the corner kind of situation.
He's fucking great. Scotty Flamingo in any gimmick, to be fair. I mean, the Raven gimmick, it's not my thing because all that dark and fucking music shit. Not me, but as a wrestler, the psychology is fucking brilliant.
You see, I'm a fan of I like Raven, but I feel like it sounds really weird to explain, but I'd rather listen to Raven talk about wrestling and like his mind rather than actually watch him wrestle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think, like you say, he's got a great mind, and I think he'd probably, in my eyes, he'd probably be a better like booker than a performer. Like for me, because I was never really a big, like you say, I like Flamingo and I like the Raven gimmick as well. When in WCW with the whole flock thing, I was really into that as a 15-year-old, watching it. But like he wasn't one of my favorites by any stretch. But like you say, he's got a hell of a mind, and listening to him talk, like I'd rather do that. I could do that all day, rather than watch him.
It must be his personal demons or something that's fucking stopping him getting a job doing such a thing.
I think so, yeah, because he's quite well known for having a good brain, and he like wrestling wise, everyone says that. So
yeah, like he had an office job with the WWF when he was Johnny Polo, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
He did the fucking. You remember when I think it was WWF Mania? The TV show, maybe 93, 94, something like that. 92, 93.
Okay.
Early 90s, anyway. Todd Pettingale used to host it. And they used to have like a classic match each week. His job was to find the classic match. What a fucking brilliant job that is. He said himself, on his shoots and that, he used to basically be paid to watch old wrestling and then pick the one for TV that week. Sad. Put me down for that.
So
yeah,
you up?
Got to cut him off. That's where we're at.
Yeah. He cuts him off with a mule kick in the corner, gives him some heat here, throws Jeff to the outside, goes out, fucking brings him back in, more heat, whips Jeff into the corner, runs into a big Boyd. Fucking Jeff crossbody from the top, and fucking Brian Christopher makes the save now, doesn't he? Because I was thinking that's the finish, and fucking Christopher comes in, makes a save, and then the Moondogs come in not long after, don't they? There's a big schmoz.
It's all going, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a DQ finish, isn't it?
It's got to see the Moondogs' faces.
Yeah, it does actually, but
they have no face quality whatsoever at all.
No, you get some people like that, don't you? That just can't be heels or just can't be faces, and they're heels all over them, aren't they? But it was a fairly short match, but I did enjoy it, and it was just like a story-based match, weren't it? Like with the Moondog and that. So that's kind of like the whole purpose of it. But it was I enjoyed it though. I have to say it was really enjoyable, to be fair. But yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, and that was March '93. So we're jumping now, 93, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 years in front now for January the 5th, 98. In the WWF with Jeffrey versus Barry Windham.
All right, okay.
It all starts with Cornette in the ring, doing a promo, and he introduces Howard Brody and Dennis Carluzzo, who were the NWA presidents apparently at the time. And then he lists a great deal, a list of NWA, great champions. Says it's all about tradition, and then he announces that the winner of this match will be the NWA North American champion. And then it's Barry. They actually introduce him as Barry Windham, not Blackjack Windham like he was at the time, because it's NWA rather than fucking WWF. Putting over the second generation shit of both of them. Jim Cornette on the commentary then once he's done the promo. Jarrett looks fucking great here because he's got like a massive long fucking coat on with a J each side, and then like the singlet that comes up right high. You know,
Right.
not like that fucking,
Yeah.
not the one that looks like it's been fucking ripped. It's not that Lions one with the
Right.
neck
Yeah.
thing, but it's proper high, you know, short legs but high. You know, looks really cool. Right from again, this is a short one. Jeff Jarrett with an arm drag straight off, and then there's like an international, and Jeff ends up hip tossing Barry, and then Barry catches JJ off the whip and throws him out the ring. Boing. Then there's like sort of just back and forth sort of exchanges. Cornette saying he's glad to see wrestling back. You know, he proper shitting on the WWF, which he was at the time, you know, with this NWA thing. Barry with a fucking beast of a power slam. Bong. A fucking legit fucking lariat clothesline that most of them Texans do, don't they? And then for some reason, this is where it gets confusing. Like everything's been great in the first two matches that I watched, and until now it's been peach. And then the last three lines and the next match are wank. Right. So the Dennis Corluzzo and Howard Brody, the NWA presidents, are there at ringside representing the NWA to give the bout to the new champion, right? Yeah. Dennis Corluzzo now distracts the referee. Why the fuck? Why? I don't understand why Dennis Corluzzo, who is the NWA president, who's simply there to give a bout. He's not spoke in the promo earlier. He was just there fucking nodding whilst Jim Cornette was talking. You know, he's not a wrestling personality. You know, he's a NWA promoter, whatever the fuck he does. And then Jim Cornette gets in the ring and fucking whilst Barry's got Jeff Jarrett up for the superplex and spanks fucking Barry. Barry's down. Jeff Jarrett's on him. Fucking Jeff wins. What the fuck is Dennis Corluzzo's involvement in this? It led to nothing. It meant nothing. Nobody give a fuck because they don't know who Dennis Corluzzo is, or give a fuck because he's from the NWA and it was dead by then anyway. You know, I'm the biggest fucking advocate of the NWA, but it meant fuck all. None of it meant fuck all. None of it. None of it meant a shit. I wanted it to because it's the NWA and it's Jim Cornette and it's Jeff Jarrett and it's Barry Windham. You know, it's everything that I like in life. You know, it's wrestling history and tradition. But it was all pissed on. It was all just shit on. When Dennis Corluzzo, this little fucking, well, he wasn't little, but he was just a man, not a fucking nothing showbiz about him. He walked up to the referee and he went, ah, and then the referee just went over to him. And then they were just having a chitty chat.
What year is it? What year?
98. January 98.
Fucking Russo, isn't it?
There we go then. Enough said. And the next one gets even fucking worse. But yeah.
Yeah. The next one was Russo as well, weren't it? 2000 WCW.
Fucking hell, what was I thinking? I should have stuck to the USWA.
Fucking hell. Right. So my second match, I didn't realize it at the time, but it's a ladder match. I just seen like it's against Davey Boy from 95. Okay. And I was really looking forward to it because I thought, oh, this will be a right good match, this. And then I started watching it, and then I found out it was a ladder match. I was like, oh, okay, well, carry on. Nah, it was like it shouldn't have ever fucking been a ladder match, to be honest.
Was that just on TV, or was it like in your house or some shit?
No, it was there wasn't even commentary there. So it was some sort of it was from June 95. Just some fucking house show. It was like proper. It wasn't like fan camera or anything. It was a proper camera.
Like dark kind of material.
You are
like dark match kind of material, then.
Yeah. So it was quite shit, to be fair. So the start of it, Jeff fucking just goes straight for him, boom boom, fucking whips him off. He goes for a backdrop, but Bulldog gives him a big stalling suplex. Fucking then nails him with a clothesline. Then fucking the roadie who's with Jeff Jarrett like grabs Bulldog's foot. Jeff like attacks him from behind, throws him to the outside. They go a bit back and forth outside. Fucking Lex comes down, who's obviously with Bulldog, like the Allied Power thingies. How come that never fucking took off? I quite like that gimmick. Like,
Yeah, like I don't know who they didn't like or what they didn't like about it. There's nothing not to like, is there? I totally understand why they put them together because
yeah,
Lex clearly failed his next Hulk Hogan thing.
yeah, big
You know,
time.
he still should have beat fucking Yokozuna. I thought he would have had a chance. Davey, what the fuck were they going to do with him at the time? You know, he was another one that done his singles thing. So it's ideal, isn't it?
This would have been,
Allied Powers, perfect name.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking sweet, wasn't it?
And they looked fucking great as well with the fucking jackets, the ring music, and all that. They had like the
Yeah, the only
combined.
theirs I can remember is them and the fucking the Blue Brothers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jacob and Eli.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing
No,
springs to mind.
I don't know if it was like fucking. I don't know because like Davey was around for a while longer. Because like Davey, like he turned heel not long after it, didn't he? Because this was like 95. He was heel in
Yeah.
96.
I suppose Lex going would have really helped Davey in that situation because he did all right after that, Davey, didn't he?
Were they together when Lex went then, or because Lex went in 95, didn't he?
And what year was this? 94.
No, this was 95.
Right, there we go then.
So maybe he
Yeah.
did.
It was on the first Nitro, weren't it? That Lex turned up on Nitro.
What month was that? Can you remember?
No.
But
No.
this was June, so
There we go then.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. So they do a bit of fucking fighting outside. Throws Davey back in. Davey switches whip, gives him a back elbow, boom, a suplex, boom. Fucking Bulldog gives Jarrett a clothesline over the top rope, but it went a bit fucking fiasco here. So he whips Jeff to the ropes or switches a whip or whatever, but Jeff's hitting the ropes. Now, I don't know if Jeff fucking was expecting to come off the ropes and take a line, pow, but instead, as he's coming off the ropes, Bulldog has it in his mind that he's giving him a line over the top. But as he gives him the line over the top, Jarrett's not quite at the ropes because he'd been coming a bit forward, like as if he was continuing to run. So when Bulldog, like who's obviously a lot bigger than Jeff, fucking gives him the line, he literally fucking forces him over the fucking and almost like literally snapped his fucking spine in half because he's not fucking anywhere to be going like over backwards. But he got there in the end, but it didn't look very flat, like crisp or anything. It looked like, I don't know, it didn't look good at all, like on Jeff's back, but he got him over there in the end. Fucking Davey goes to get the ladder, puts it up. Jarrett pushes him over, pushes the ladder over with like Davey on it. Hang on. Yeah, Jarrett's fucking rams the ladder into Davey Boy's ribs. Then he sets the ladder up. Then Davey comes in. Yeah, Davey and Davey. Oh yeah, Davey comes back in. Fucking Jarrett gets rid of Davey. Then Jarrett tries to climb the ladder. Davey comes back in the ring, drop kicks the ladder. And then Jarrett goes down. And then yeah, Davey starts beating the fuck out of Jarrett with the ladder. And then they both start climbing the ladder at this point. It just looks a bit fucking odd. Like ladder matches at this point hadn't been done all that often, had they? This was June. So even Sean and Razor hadn't had their second one yet because that was SummerSlam 95. So they'd had the one
August,
the year
month
before.
after. I suppose we're saying it was one of those sort of dark matchy kind of things. It's testing the water, isn't it, for what's coming up? You know, what was the Razor and Shawn Michaels a one-hit wonder, or could we do it with other people? Had they already announced the SummerSlam one? Fuck knows. You know, testing it with other people is not a bad plan.
Yeah. But
what were they going up the ladder for?
it was for the IC title, I think.
I didn't think Jeff had it yet.
He must have. In fact, isn't this where Sean fucking vacated the title?
The Dean Douglas.
Because the SummerSlam one, it was for the IC title, wasn't it? There was with Razor and Sean. Was it the first one at WrestleMania 10 where they had 2 IC titles?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the imposter belt. Yeah.
I've no idea. I
My
know
time
that
bollocks, to be fair.
You are?
My timeline's bollocks. That's why I love Google.
Yeah, mine's a bit fucking iffy on this one because I know that like on the next one, Razor was the heel, weren't he? I'm sure, or were they both face?
So was it if Razor had it off Jeff, right? Which I think was like an in your house kind of thing, was it not?
Possibly, yeah.
Then they might have both been faces, mightn't they?
I think
I could understand them one being a heel, one being face with the 2 belts. Because there's 2 belts, both saying champion, blah, blah, blah. It's Feely, innit? Fuck knows.
Fuck knows. Anyway, so they're both climbing up the ladder at this point. Both on the top. Then I think they both fucking nail each other at the same time or something. Davey's nailing Jeff. Jeff goes fucking back and Davey falls off as well. So I don't know if like they were both fucking nailing each other or whatever, but they both fucking hit the deck. And then next thing, like fucking, yeah, Jarrett sets the ladder up. Jarrett sets it up in the corner, fucking, leaning against the corner, like folded. Davey switches the whip, then Jarrett goes fucking crashing into the ladder in the corner. Davey hits him with a gorilla press on Jarrett. Then he sets the ladder up. Davey's climbing, and then this time, like earlier in the match, Davey drop kicked the ladder. Well, now in the match, Jarrett drop kicks the ladder. Davey goes crashing down. And then then this just befuddled me, this. So he fucking drop kicks the ladder. Davey goes down, just like they did earlier, just vice versa. Jarrett climbs up the ladder and gets the belt. Just like that.
Just easy as that.
Yeah, just like that. Like, I thought
if it was that
fucking
easy,
like,
why didn't he fucking do it earlier on?
like he was climbing up it and Davey was miles away and I'm thinking he needs to hurry up here to fucking, get him because he's going to grab the belt and then he grabbed it, didn't he? Just like that. Like no fucking dramatic finish or anything. He just fucking went up and just grabbed it and it was a bit.
Flat, didn't it?
You hurt?
But that fell flat, didn't it?
Yeah, it fucking did. I put, climbs and reaches the belt. I put very disappointed, to be honest. And then towards the end, Lex and Rhodey come in and end up in a big schmoz again. But it was fucking really disappointed in it. I was looking forward to watching the match until I found out it was a ladder match, and I thought, all right, it might be all right, But no, I was just fucking very disappointed in it. To be fair, I thought it was quite shit, honestly. But
well, from there to Nitro, 12th of June 2000, versus Hollywood Hogan.
Oh, okay.
Now this in my head was Hogan against Jeff. Fabulous, I thought. Right, 2 good names, right?
Right.
2 headline names.
I can't see you on the screen anymore. Are you on your screen?
I can see me.
Oh, I can't see. I can see me.
I might be back in a minute.
All right.
No, I can see. I can see me and you.
All right.
So Jeff's the world champion.
Yeah.
But first of all, they announced referee Billy Kidman.
All right.
This apparently was the day after the Great American Bash pay-per-view where Hogan wrestled Kidman.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
That's a pay-per-view. Hogan versus Kidman. I remember
Yeah.
that. So I've got that on video.
Yeah, I remember that.
But who the fuck puts Hogan versus Kidman on a pay-per-view? Ever.
And you wonder why they didn't have
Story is behind it. Hogan versus Kidman on a pay-per-view should never happen.
no, it's
Don't give a fuck whether it's the greatest story ever written. It's Hogan and Kidman. Anyway,
yeah.
there's Jeff Jarrett promo, which is just kind of putting him over because he's saying that Hogan got fucked over last night. I didn't quite get the situation because I can't remember the Hogan Kidman match. But, you know, there was chairs involved and all the rest of the shit, right?
Yeah.
So he said, ring the bell now, Billy Kidman. Award me the match. I'm the chosen one. Yada, yada. Kidman just about, puts his hand up to ring the bell. And then the NWO music plays. Out comes Hogan all in his black. Hogan's in the ring. He's all over Jeff Jarrett. But all that happens is punches. That's all he's doing is punching him and kicking him and punching him and kicking him. Out goes Jeff. There's lots of choking and shit outside the ring and more punching and more kicking. Kidman is bollocking Hogan, and then Jeff Jarrett fucking cuts him off. Boom. Hogan whips Jeff Jarrett with the belt, that fucking weightlifting belt that he wears.
Yeah.
Takes that, he's whipping him, but Hogan, bless him, he's working it real well. So he's like tapping Jeff, bless him. He's looking after Jeffrey. Then there's some more choking and some more kicking. I ain't gonna lie, it bored me because
Yeah.
there's nothing happening except some punching and some kicking. It's all Hogan the babyface, all cheating though. Mark Madden and Tony are doing the commentary, trying their very best to put this shit over. Jeff Jarrett ducks something and cuts Hogan off. Kidman, in fairness, is calling it fairly. He's fucking doing everything right. But it's just punching. I've written that about 5 times, just punching, but this one's in big letters, so I clearly mean it. Then they're back out the ring again. Hogan's into the rail. Jeff gets a chair. But Kidman takes the chair off him and throws it to Hogan. And now Hogan, first time Kidman's got involved in, Hogan, who just wrestled Kidman last night, but now Kidman's thrown Hogan a chair. Real confusion. He hits Jeff with a chair, and then Goldberg and fucking Vince Russo are on the stage. At this point, I want to hurt myself because I don't know what the fuck's going on. Back in the ring, I've written 5 words. Back in the ring, more punches. There's a big boot to Jeff. There's a leg drop to Jeff. It's got to be over now, surely, isn't it? Big boot and leg drop. It's fucking game over.
Well, there we go.
Goldberg's in the ring, but only fucking just. It's literally like fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, then the fucking cut off. But that's not a pin, right? Because Kidman is clued up on this. Kidman's in the middle of Goldberg and Hogan, right, trying to stop them fighting. Goldberg spears through Kidman and then spears Hogan. And now Vince is fucking Russo's there now as well. He's getting a fucking table out. Jeff Jarrett's helping him get the table out, and Goldberg jackhammers Hogan through the table. Fucking, if that's the only wrestling I ever watch, I'm never watching it again. But fuck me, yeah. And I fucking love Hogan. As a kid, he was the only American wrestler for me. As a young'un.
Yeah.
Still, even now, that Real American song, when it's on the WWF playing, it makes me go, whoa. You know what I mean? It's fucking good shit. But that's an abortion. And it's not their fault. Or is it Hogan's fault? Because he had creative control, didn't he? So, load of shit. Next. Give me something better.
Right, okay. Hang on. my next one is from 98. Hang on, where are we? Yeah, 98 from Raw. 9th of December 98, I think. Against Edge.
Oh, here we go. This will be right, won't it?
Yeah, this was all right from what I remember. I was a big Edge fan as well back in 98. Like, he was new at this point. He was...
He came in with the Brood, him, Christian and Gangrel, I thought was sweet.
Yeah, that... I'm thinking this would be either... Well, it says 12th of the 9th, but I don't know if that's fucking December. I don't think it's December. I think it's like...
Probably September.
Yeah, because...
No, 12th of the 9th. 12th of the 9th. No, it'd be 9th, yeah. It'd be 9th of December, wouldn't it? They do it the other way around, don't they?
I was thinking that, but I'm thinking of the time, and Gangrel hadn't... I don't think Gangrel had made an appearance yet. And it would have been a bit late because he came out in 98, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what making me think it's September, because they're saying that Edge and Gangrel... I don't know if Gangrel had made an appearance, but he was like... I don't know if Christian had either. So Edge wasn't in the Brood or anything at this point. You know, he was just like new. So that's why I'm thinking it's September, but could be wrong. Jeff's wearing the Don't Piss Me Off t-shirt.
Right.
But yeah. So anyway, it's 98 anyway. It was a good match. It was very, very fucking very like spotty, like very fucking a lot of intricate shit, like almost like an odd structure really, because there wasn't it wasn't just like a fucking shine and a cut off and a comeback and this and that. It was a bit back and forth and here and up and down and everywhere really. But it starts with Jeff fucking nailing him at the start. Boom, boom, whips Edge off the ropes. Edge slides. Yeah, this fucking start. Fucking had to keep pausing the cunt to fucking remember what the fuck was going on, to be fair. So Jeff's on him. He whips Edge to the ropes. Edge slides through Jeff's legs, throws a kick. Jarrett catches. Oh no, sorry. Start again. Edge slides through Jarrett's legs. Jarrett throws a kick. Edge catches it. Fucking spins Jarrett round. Edge throws a kick. Jarrett catches it. Enziguri by Edge. Boom. So there we go. I was fucking trying to remember what was going on there. I don't know how they remembered. But and then after the Enziguri situation, Southern Justice come down to the ring. You know, just to back up for Jeff Jarrett. Edge gets in control, but then Jarrett hits a power slam. It's a bit back and forth here, fucking up and down everywhere. Then there's a Northern Light suplex by Edge, gets the 2 count. Edge hits the ropes and Mark Canterbury trips him up. And then Jeff gives him a line over the top, so Edge is on the outside. Edge comes back on top a little bit, and then he hits a crossbody off the top rope for the 2 count. And then there's a point where Jeff Jarrett hits the fucking, you know, the stroke that he used as a finisher later on. So
like hooks the leg with the leg and goes forward, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's like a reverse Russian leg sweep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he hits that. But that's generally the cutoff, because it never used to be his finish till WCW, was it?
No.
That's generally the cutoff, and then starts the heat on Edge. Fucking whips Edge to the ropes. Edge holds the ropes. Jeff misses a drop kick. Boom. Then gives him a slingshot into the corner. And then, you know, like, so Edge gives him the slingshot into the corner. Edge stays there. Then as he falls back, he goes down into like a sunset position. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So he gets a 2 count on that. Jarrett kicks out. Edge hits the fucking it's like a suplex, but you end up in like a fucking X Factor type thing. You know what I mean? Like a face buster.
Oh yeah, so like
Yeah,
suplex but go forward, and then the person doing it will drop to their arse, kind of deal.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So Edge hits that on him. Canterbury gets up on the apron, knocked off the apron by Edge, and then Dennis Knight slides the guitar into Jarrett, and then as Edge turns around, kaplow, fucking nails him with the guitar right on the Swede. So yeah, a DQ finish. It was an okay match, to be honest. It was all right. It was not the best one of the lot. That was the first match, but it was second best of the four. Like it was all right. Like yeah. So,
Nobody got
there we go.
DQ'd in fucking '98, did they?
You are.
He got DQ'd in '98, did they?
Wow. They did here.
I thought they fucking DQ'd DQs. You know, order.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, my favourite was probably the same as yours.
Yeah, the first one. Well, my first one.
Yeah.
I've still got one more here, haven't I?
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Because because my first one was the fucking Flamingo.
Yeah.
Then it was a ladder match with Davey. Then it was Edge.
Yeah. Go on, then.
So the last one is round about the same time. You are.
You'll feel it going downhill from here.
Yeah. Wow. The fourth one is from the same time as yours, like 2000. This is from the 14th of August, 2000, and it's a WCW title match against Booker T.
Right.
Booker's the champion. Right. Let's just.
How many run-ins we got in this bad boy?
Hang on. Fuck it. Well, there are some. Hang on. Where are we? Let me find the fucker. Right, match 3. Fucking hell. Yeah. There's a couple. Right, we'll start from the beginning. Here we go on. So, fucking straight away, Booker takes the ear. Fucking gets shot off, tackles Jeff. There's a bit of fucking showing out Booker T does. Don't go into a spot, he just tackles him and he's like, yeah, fuck you kind of situation. Fucking Jarrett, they go at each other again. Jarrett kicks him to the gut. Whips Booker off the ropes, who switches the whip. Booker leaps, drop kick, pow, fucking KO Jeff with that one. Then Jeff switches the whip. Booker fucking blocks the hip toss and then gives him a clothesline from the, like the hip toss position. Booker misses a roundhouse kick. And then after he's missed the roundhouse kick, he applies a sleeper somehow on Jarrett. Fucking Jarrett hits the from the sleeper. Jarrett hits the low blow, like the mule kick from behind and like between the legs situation. Gives Booker some heat here. Hang on. Oh yeah, there's a crossbody from the top by Jarrett. Booker T rolls through. 1-2 kick out. They end up outside the ring now, back and forth. Booker T ends up into the railings, then gets thrown back in. There's a chin lock now on Booker. So he's got the chin lock on Booker T. Booker T fights back. He's getting up, but Jarrett pulls the fucking tight, so Booker's back down, back into the chin lock. Now he's moved from the chin lock into the old spot, with the knee in the back, and he's pulling the arms back behind him. So they're doing that. Then they get up and fucking, so Booker's fighting his way up. He's still in the hold with his arms behind him as Jarrett's pulling them. And then he does the old, like the old reversal. So you've got on him kind of situation.
Yeah. Spin Jeff round sort of thing.
Yeah. So he's done that. He turns it around on Jeff, but then Jeff cuts him off with a knee to the gut. Booker switches a whip, sleep, and then the flying forearm by Booker. Kapow! Fucking nailed him on that one. Yeah, he gets a 2 count there. Yeah, Booker runs at Jeff in the corner. Jeff gives him an elbow. Bam. Fucking Booker like feeds round after that fucker. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Fucking Jarrett goes for the guitar at this point, swings it at Booker, who like sidesteps it and puts him in position for the booking. And then there's a knee by Jeff who cuts him off. Then another fucking Booker switches the whip again. Jeff ducks the elbow and then takes a roundhouse kick. Kapow! Fucking down he goes. Then fucking Booker grabs the guitar this time, goes to nail Jeff. Jeff pulls the referee in the way. Kapow! Fucking referee gets fucking guitared. Boom. Spine buster on Jeff. The new referee comes down. Charles Robinson coming to fucking make the count. 1-2 kick out. Axe kick fucking by Booker on Jeff. Misses the roundhouse kick. Fucking oh yeah, as he misses a roundhouse kick again here, Booker sells the knee like he's hurt his leg. And then as he's selling the knee, instead of going for the knee, he decides to hit him with a stroke. And then the referee's counting 1-2. All of a sudden, Super Goldberg has come to the ring, pulls him out, and then Goldberg and fucking Jeff are going at it outside the ring. So Goldberg causes the DQ by pulling Jeff out the ring. There we go. So yeah, it was.
Breathe.
You are.
Breathe.
Well, to be fair, a lot of fucking shit going down in that match, and way too much for my fucking like memory. It was all over the place. Like it wasn't like as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I think, you know, the booking might be shit, but they're still both two decent guys in there going at it. So you know what I mean? As shit as the company was at the time, I think, you know, the match itself.
You got the better end of the deal, WCW 2000, than I did with Hogan.
Yeah. It sounds like a good.
I don't think the gimmick fucking Billy Kidman referee and 2 run-ins out of the situation. But you know,
well, yeah,
you only had 1 run-in and Booker T that was more capable than Hogan just punching. Hogan had seen his best by then, hadn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No, we didn't have to see him do loads, but there was quite literally nothing but a punch in it. And it's a shame. But Scotty Flamingo, on the other hand, fucking bouting. He gets my fucking match of the week, match of the day. Yeah, so Houston. You know, I've looked through Houston. There's not a great deal of full episodes. So should we say, if there is some, like, but you know, if we do the territories and we can't find full episodes, should we say 4 matches from the one territory?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But there is full episodes, I found, and like some best kind of things as well. So there's plenty on there. Moondogs on Friday. That'll be the first New Year's Day, and it first day of the first one of 2021.
Yeah.
And then it's your pick for next Monday, single man's.
Yeah.
And all women's other sexes do apply.
Yeah.
Just say that for legal reasons.
Oh yeah. So you want to hear it, huh? I'll tell you who I thought. I only thought about it just before we started recording earlier, but I thought I'm gonna go with Sean Waltman.
Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fucking splendid.
He's had a fucking hell of a long career as well, way back to his kid days, to X-Pac, to Six, to fucking whatever, like, you know. So he's done a lot, and he's been around as well everywhere. So
he was with people like Sabu and Chris Candido and people like that in the early 90s, maybe not. Yeah, I suppose Chris Candido. In the early 90s, he was one of those. I see. I was a tape trader,
Yeah.
right? So I had like friends in America, and I had a friend in Germany that would send me tapes of European stuff. But then I was interested in any wrestling. Well, I still am now. Really, I'd watch any old shit. But you couldn't get fucking independent wrestling purchased over here, and if you could, it was fucking difficult. So I'd tape shit that I had. We had 2 videos and fucking tape video to video. I'd send some to them. They'd send one to me. And there'll be like a tape trader's newsletter almost that you could
Yeah.
get. Be like the matches on this video. And he was one of the sought after people to watch.
Mm.
It's the equivalent of YouTube, and it was tape trading.
Yeah.
And now you become an internet sensation. Back then, you couldn't become an internet sensation because there was no internet to sensate. So you had to shine somewhere, and it was Sabu was one of them. Al Snow, and it was another sort of independent name that were people going nuts about.
Yeah.
Candido, Sabu, and the Lightning Kid as he was then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
wicked. No, it's a good choice. That
yeah.
vast contrast to the Moondogs a couple of days before.
Well, yeah, there we go.
Clash of styles. Yeah, wicked. So Houston Wednesday, Moondogs, Sean Waltman. See people Wednesday.
Boom.